Hi, this is Greg Cobbs. I'm the director of RTTi, the Rockford Technical Training Institute. Today we're going to install a 360 in this '08 Chevy Silverado. We're going to start today by removing the dash panel so we can get to the radio and analyze the wires behind the radio. So to test for the speakers in this truck, we're going to use a phase detector instead of a battery from your drill because we don't want to damage any electronics in here. Luckily for us, they use standard GM colors for the last 40 years, so pretty simple for us to determine what speaker is what. Left rear, right rear, and then I'll find the fronts in this other plug. So now we're going to hook up an oscilloscope and an RTA so we can check the outputs of this factory Chevrolet radio. The RTA is going to show us whether the signal coming out of this radio is full range and what type of equalization is happening inside of it. As you can see, it is a full range signal, but there's lots of EQing going on. So we know our 360 is going to have its work cut out for it to fix that and flatten it out to give us a flat full range response. To do these tests, we're using a 360 setup CD. On the back, for this test, we're using a pink noise, uncorrelated pink noise, track number 92. Now we want to check the output of this radio and find out where the clipping is, the maximum undistorted output. So we're going to go to track 7, which is 1 kilohertz, recorded at 0 dB. I'll turn the radio up to where it starts to clip, and I'll back it off until the signal's nice and clean. And there you have it, 8.5 volts, unclipped signal coming out of the radio. Our industry standard, people have always said to turn the radio to 3/4 volume and set the gains from there. We're trying to show you the proper way by using an oscilloscope. Now that we've analyzed each channel out of the radio, we know that both front and rear are full range with a fair amount of equalization going on inside of it. We're going to check to be sure we get our phase correct. We're going to again use our 360 disc. Track 5 has what they call 1 kilohertz with a half clipped sine wave. The bottom half of the sine wave is clipped off, and you want to be sure that you get your negative wire on that on each channel. So let's check and see what we have. Well, we made our connections here at the back of the radio. We're going to go ahead and run this wire back to the 360 for our input and go ahead and reassemble the dash. For this installation, we chose to mount the 360 in the back of the center console. So conveniently, we cut out the bed so we could get the best angle to shoot this. So now that we've set the maximum unclipped level on the head unit, we're going to set the level on the 360. The LEDs on the end indicate the signal coming into the 360 here on the front channel. I need to turn the level up until the red light starts to blink. To do this, we're going to use track 1 on the 360 setup disc. Just like that. Now we simply set the input to the 360. Now we can go on and run OEM integration and flatten out all of the equalization that the factory radio had put in. Now that we have the levels set on the 360, we're going to go ahead and connect to it via Bluetooth. We're using a Windows device, and we are going to run the OEM integration portion.